everybody, welcome back. Episode 2 of our special Horn Hangouts in the time of Corona. We are so happy that so many of you joined us yesterday. It was amazing, really. I've never seen the chat so busy. I am here with these two incredibly handsome gentlemen. Hello, good morning or good evening, Tim and Stefan.
Hello.
Hello, how are you going?
Good
Tim,
morning.
I'm very sorry. So early again.
It's okay. It was easier today than yesterday. It just takes a bit of practice, I think.
I'll just get used to it.
That's
Perfect.
good because we're here for what it looks like a very long time. Well, sad about the Olympics today, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, all news at the moment are really not best news.
Uh,
Except of maybe that you can now get tested in 7 minutes. I heard that from Korea, so something.
Okay, that's good. Tim, how's everything in Australia?
We're okay in Australia. We're okay. Yeah, bit by bit. It's a little more stay inside than it was yesterday, but I think everyone's doing okay and washing their hands a lot, which is good.
Yes. Wash
Yeah.
your hands, stay inside. We're happy you've joined us today. Tim, if those of you who haven't been on a Horn Hanger before, Stefan Doyle you'll know. And Tim Kelly is Handsome Tim, known to all the Horn community as Handsome Tim, and he is my partner in online, all activities online. So, and he's running the stream from home at 7 o'clock in the morning in Melbourne. So thank you for that, Tim.
Great to be here.
Right, Stefan, let's start. Are you leaving us, Tim? Are you going to be there? Oh, he's gone. He's gone. He's left us. He's controlling the hangout
It's
today.
gone. Okay, perfect.
Yeah, so can I just tell
Yes.
you today where we've got this new feature on the chat today. There's little flags next to everybody's message so we can see where people are tuning in from, what country, and it's really incredible. We've got Kenya, we've got Croatia, we've got Chicago, we've got Estonia. I mean, it's really quite Argentina. Alvaro is there. Hello, Alvaro. Hola. Really incredible. South Africa, Annika, hello, Odense, Denmark. I mean, this is really incredible, isn't it? What do you think of all this globalness, Stefan?
I have no idea. I have an iPad. I can see your face. I can see my face. That's nice. And I feel quite overwhelmed by all the people who are asking for like new friendships and every media.
Yeah.
I'm still on Facebook, like the private Facebook. So everything over 5,000 is not going to be accepted. So
Yeah.
I don't know really what to do. That's fine. I love you all, but I think today I received a couple of questions about the tonguing. So coming back to yesterday, we were talking about this sort of like how would you call it? Blocking or blocked tonguing or
We call it, what do you call it? The delay of the
stop?
tongue?
Yeah,
The stutter of the tongue.
this stop. Yeah, so that you sort of like try to play a note, but you can't get your tongue in it because you're sort of like, and so it's not a really, yeah, it's more a fear than everything else. And I was asked a lot of questions about this. So just to explain quickly how I did overcome my crisis is that I actually used a metronome, but I also used to breathe out, breathe in. So like sitting on a swing would be breathing out, breathing in. While you breathe in, you already put your setup off the embouchure so that you don't have to bother while your tongue with everything else in your face. So if you demonstrate, easy. So so while you breathe in, most of your setup is there. So you don't really need to do anything here. The thing is, if you try this for a time and you still have this sort of like stutter, just try. I've got a liter of water in there. Without the
You've been
tongue.
practicing too much
One,
today.
two. So I make it very obvious that at the moment the note starts without the tongue, and it's always this. And then if you have the fa, then put the tongue in while you do the fur. Is
Okay.
that somehow understandable?
Put the tongue in when you do the f. So you go
You do.
fa. Okay.
So
Yeah. And you would do this with a metronome?
Yeah, or with a metronome, 1, 2. Yeah. And also, if you sort of like when you put without the tongue, make it that the air has the right speed, and this is all set. So 1. So there's no waiting time for the air. This is, I think, very important that you don't wait with the air when you don't use the tongue, so that you can actually play. Don't do it like in high range, low range. Just do it in the medium range, not And then take a metronome, breathe out 2 beats, breathe in 2 beats. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. And repeat with 1 beat, breathe in, and without the tongue for a couple of times, then try to sneak the tongue in. It's very boring, I know, and it might take quite a long time. What I actually did in that time, that's quite a long time ago, there was no Netflix, so I watched a lot of sports and biathlon at that time. Nowadays you have Netflix with subtitles, you don't need to listen what's going on, you can read at the same time. It's just that you get distracted from what your face and what your tongue does.
It's like a mechanical thing, isn't it?
It's not a mechanical thing. I think it's just a brain thing, so that you
Muscle
really
memory.
know. Yeah, the setup has to be there. So
Okay.
sure, this when you breathe in is already like all the muscles are there. You don't need to move your face a lot, and that relieves you from everything else.
Now, this is really fantastic information because for those of you who weren't here yesterday, Stefan actually admitted that he'd had a few horn playing problems in his life, and we talked about it yesterday. But a lot of people have written in and said, could he just repeat what he'd said and what he talked about in a little bit more detail? And what we've done is we've gone through the whole chat yesterday. It was amazing. I really did see every single message, so keep them coming today. We're going to see every message from today, and I chose the messages which I think would be really good for today, which would save you asking them now. We'll go through the ones that are really would be great for Stefan, and then halfway through the hangout, then we'll change, and then you can start writing in your questions, and then we'll answer them today and tomorrow. So that we get this flow. I felt a little bit overwhelmed yesterday because there were so many questions that I wanted to ask you, Stefan.
And I'm sure we could do like a more advanced, like technical hangout, like on questions of how do I get a better high register? How do I get a better low register? I want to know, because I never understood what you do there. But sort of like, how we extend on daily practicing, and what we can do and how you can achieve by actually not doing exercises, but by understanding why you do exercises and what they are for.
This is really important because I know we have a lot of young players watching today, which is fantastic. Welcome, everybody. Well, Stefan and I consider ourselves young players, don't we? But I know a lot of you are watching. I've had messages from your teachers saying you're going to be watching today, and could we include some things for younger players? Stefan and I thought maybe our hangouts are a little bit more advanced and aimed at the student, at the good amateurs and the professionals. But maybe we can organize a horn hangout for the younger players, also with some specialist teachers, because I don't feel qualified really to talk about the really beginner stuff. Because I was very lucky when I started playing the horn, I could sort of just do it quite easily. The hard work came later. So you know what
And
I
I
mean?
must really say, I was very lucky too, because I had a very, very good teacher who he took really care that I didn't advance too early in trying to play too high. Because I was like, that will work somehow. But he was like, no, build it up slowly. Don't exaggerate. Don't play Strauss' first concerto when you're 14 or whatever. But no, he's really taking care, and he was a lovely, lovely, lovely person. But he also knew, what to do, and just wait a bit. Like with time, you improve better, and if you really set up the notes that you have, because our virtuosity is not to play fast notes. Our virtuosity is actually to play the most beautiful notes. So it's and all register and try to make that sound even over the 4 octaves we have.
Sometimes a long note alone in the orchestra is the hardest thing you'll ever have to do.
Absolutely. Or a slow melody usually is much more difficult than playing fast notes.
Yeah, totally. So
Phrasing.
for the
There's
younger.
another thing I think we can build another evening about phrasing, about things like this. How to
What do you
develop
think, you
your
guys?
musical
Everybody
side.
watching, what do you think? Are these good ideas for Hangouts? Looks like we're in here for the long haul for a while. So yeah,
We've got some time. We
yeah,
can
let us
have
know
a
what
lot
you
of
want.
yeah.
We have, I've got the website here in front of me. On my live page on my website, I've got Facebook here next to me. I have to see Stefan's face live looking at me the whole time here, but that's okay. Your hair is very nice, Stefan, and you shaved.
I've shaved today. I've given
Yeah.
up my project of growing a beard because there's nothing here, and there's little.
I would like to
Next
see that.
project will be actually a haircut.
Okay.
So
Even though all the hairdressers are closed in Berlin, we're not allowed out.
um,
There's nothing.
I get that.
Okay. Wow. Well, we're looking forward to seeing that. Anyway, for all of you watching on Facebook, Stefan Yatzilski just joined. I could see Stefan. Hello, we miss you. Um,
He doesn't have problems with the haircut, so
no,
that's
Stefan,
fine.
I'm sure Stefan does his own hair. So I can see who's joined, and it's fantastic to see who's there. If you have questions, write in and tell us where you're watching from on Facebook. We'll see all that later. But if you have really big questions for Stefan or for me, I'm sure Handsome Tim is watching now. He can put the link, or one of you, in the Facebook feed to the live page, and I've got you all here in wonderful. Yeah, it's fantastic. It's really incredible. All with the little flag saying where you're watching from.
But also, if you have questions to anybody else of our section, so Georg, Andre, Stefan J, we are happy, and I'm sure we can include them the next days, or just pass on questions, ask them for solutions, for their ideas.
Definitely, that's really fantastic. So, Stefan, first of all, can I ask you if you like my tattoo? Can you see that?
Is that Stefan Dorr and a horn? Oh
No,
no, sorry, no, it's not. Oh no,
it looks a little bit
that's very
uncool.
nice. Who did that?
You can see it's a shiny one, so you
That's
can
a
see it's.
shiny. Yeah, no, yes.
Heidi Oros, who's watching in New York, at least I think it's New York, Heidi, she sent me a whole thing of Horn Hangout tattoos, so I thought I better
Oh,
wear
we
one.
have
And
one on here for tomorrow.
well,
Is that
I thought
okay?
of putting one, never mind. But so thank you, Heidi, for those. Any other good ideas you guys have with the Horn Hangout logo, let us know. Stefan, I've got a list of questions for you from today. Can we do it? Can I go from yesterday? I mean, can I ask
Yeah,
you?
let's get through it. Let's see if there's something personal that I don't want to answer.
Okay. James Rem said, could you just explain the front embouchure again to assist with the high range?
Okay. I think we two agree that a stable low chin tension. How would you call it? Low chin tension that is
Yeah.
there.
So
Yes, yes, we
secure.
both have it. Okay, when we play, it will be the same. Yeah, if you just take your mouthpiece into your face or the horn. So.
Oh, everybody brought their horns today. Everybody brought their horns today. I think. Didn't you all bring your horns today to the hangout?
I'm sure they did.
Great.
So
Mouthpiece is out.
mouthpiece out, and just say wherever you put your mouthpiece into your face should be 1/3, 2/3, half and half, or whatever. Wait a second, I have to. Yeah. So that we sort of at the moment, actually, what we try to do all over the registers to keep this very stable. So sorry for the neighbors.
I know
But
it's
sort of
9 o'clock at night.
yeah, I know. They're fine. But so this is the stability. But of course, then if you go high, you have to make of course, the opening smaller and sort of like have more tension also here. So, oh, yeah. So if you start your exercise in the low register and go high, you feel like, okay, that's a bit difficult. So if you go high, try to extend the tension, so make it harder. It's not about like pulling it somewhere just to make it more dense. It's like holding something and like holding it for a longer time. And then, yeah, these ones will be like, I hold it. When you hold something. So, but the good thing is if you reach some notes without pressing too much to reach that tension, you will feel it's much easier. And of course, the speed of the air has to increase if you go high. Thing is, if you go from low to high, that was terrible. Let's try again. So you feel that if you go from high to low, it's a bit different sometimes. So sometimes it's good to start not with a too low embouchure, but try to already focus on the note you want to reach before you start the first low note, so that high notes don't become so frightening. Oh,
your light's gone off.
Yeah.
Oh, Stefan's light's just gone off. He's enlightening us, but his light just went off. Sorry, guys. A communal groan, please. Thank you.
1 second.
One thing, I mean, this thing is really important about having the triangle, having these corners secure but not too tight, never sort of really pinch them, always have them focusing inwards and the chin down. We can't say that often enough. I know all my students who are watching from all over the world, they're used to hearing this. I've said it, we say it all the time. It's literally this. Oh, let there be light. It's very bright.
This is very much on my nose now, on my face, so I'll try to wave it.
Looks like you've got a suntan. That's all right.
I've got a suntan now in the sun.
Well, you've certainly got yeah.
Sorry.
That's fine.
Don't know how to put it differently.
That's fine. That's fine.
Oh, just experimenting. I'm sorry, but this is like, I've never done that at home before. Usually that's like...
That's fine. So where were we? Right, embouchure.
We were like coming from low to high.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the thing is like, okay, if the sound changes too much from low to high, then try to not get too much to the high. So but yeah. So can you demonstrate? I always look like.
Yeah, no, I'm not quite sure whether I even want to. People always snap the screenshots at the moment where we're going, ugh. Yeah, I bet that one's going to make it. So, yeah, Stefan, I really think that when you go high, you go ha 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 ha. That's how it would sound going ha. We want to go ha 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 ho 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 ho.
I think active inside is not working because you have to go high, so it will stay about the same.
About the same.
Let's see how it would happen. So it's more like you sort of like try to intensify the tension, and at the same time the airspeed comes in faster. So there's a part of it like that does come from your body, not only the lips. Most of it actually.
A quick hello to Gail Williams, who's watching on Facebook.
Hello, Gail.
Hello, Gail.
Long time no see.
That you joined us. We'd love to get you on the Horn Hangout sometime again. And you have to bring last time you were on was a very long time ago, and your dogs. We had Lucky Yowling here and with Stefan, and we got to get your dogs again. So welcome, lovely to see you. And to all of you out there, this is really, Stefan, you're going to be amazed where everybody's watching from. It's just fantastic. Yeah, F1 Patrick is being thank you for writing it in Seattle. Yeah, help with the high register. Everyone's saying thank you, Stefan. This is fantastic. Alexandra Honigsberg, Lucia from Italy. Stay safe in Italy. It's terrible what's going on there. Really, just stay inside and stay safe, please. Greg Russa says, keep it down. Oi, Greg, go and walk the dog. Greg is second horn in the LA Philharmonic, and he missed yesterday because he was walking the dog.
I think there was a question about like what exercises you can do and what you can improve without like making a lot of noise, and what's good to do with the practice mutes. I thought about this today, and I
My
thought
favorite
like,
one.
yeah, one of the best things to do is actually to improve fast tonguing, because fast tonguing is something you can practice.
Can we practice
And
that now?
yes, I have. What would be your favorite exercise for it? Because I have a nice one that is a combination of legato staccato.
Hmm.
Let's do the easy
Do
version.
the easy one, because
Um,
for all of us. Okay, horns
yeah,
ready, everybody?
let me show the easy one.
I'm not going to play because if we both try
Okay.
and play, we tried that
Yeah,
already.
it doesn't work. So easy one.
Okay.
No, just
The
kidding.
easy
Okay, the
one.
easy one.
We
Okay.
want the easy
Okay,
one.
the easy one. Slow one. One time slow. So very easy. One time legato to G from C, and then one time staccato to G, one time legato to C, and
So
one time
like,
staccato
can
to
I
C.
try it?
Yeah, sure, like it.
Oh, then what comes after that?
So always one time legato.
Okay. Everybody together? One,
Oh,
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay,
no, that was wrong.
that was on C though. When we
That
get
was on
lower,
C.
it gets harder, and when we get higher, it gets really hard.
Definitely. And if you really go faster, you can take a metronome or whatever and think about really fast. You can also and
Okay, I'm just gonna have a look and see what.
someone was asking about like how can I keep my fingers on the valves?
Yes, that was one thing I've had here. I'll tell you who that was. She said, "How do you keep your fingers?" Oh yeah, it was Ida. It
I
was
think if you
Ida from.
play at a special, speed, you can't do that because that is like not working. But of course, if you like break it in smaller bits, just that. So just try to keep them on the valve. I think there's no special recipe except for super glue you can put on, but that might not be. Yeah, might
Can
hurt a
I
bit.
just say something about that? Because I see that, you see that too, all over the world. We see, and also I do it a little bit sometimes.
Me too.
The younger you are when you start to put your fingers properly on the valves, the easier it is. The older you get, the harder it is to stop doing that. Now I teach, I go to Cuba quite a lot and I have a horn group there called the Havana Horns, and they had terrible fingers, and I was telling them off all the time until I played one of their horns, and their horns were so bad that they had to do this to get the valves down. Yeah? And
Yeah,
that made me
usually
very
we
sad.
shouldn't get there. We
No.
should do another horning on how to clean and all things. But of course, also like this little bend the fingers that does not really help.
No, he means, can I show it here? I don't know. This.
This one,
Yeah.
keep it like round and not yeah. Um,
No, yes. No, yes.
I can't see that on my iPad. Yeah, I can.
See?
Yeah,
There you
so
go.
try to beat one.
Yeah.
So if you
That
have
wouldn't
like
work. Try it like that.
no,
And funnily
I was
enough,
exaggerating, but not
no, but
much.
funnily enough, in master classes, when people play fast passages and they say, I just can't get it right, if they tidy their fingers, often it's automatically much, much better.
Yeah. I think also like a lot of people say or ask about how to practice fast.
Oh,
You
I
will
think
also have to
sorry, we just
do a
lost you.
whole half an hour.
Can you just repeat that? You just went.
Oh, sorry, I was I don't know. People in my living room are
I think
listening
they're
to music,
watching
and I
Netflix
think
at the same time.
no, I think they actually have a party with ABBA
I
members.
actually heard some ABBA coming from there when
Yeah,
we were
yeah,
doing this.
absolutely, yeah.
Okay, good for them. ABBA at
Um,
the time of Corona.
no,
We
I
love
was
it.
just saying, we should have like maybe another half an hour about how to practice. So,
Ah, one good question. Can I just ask this? Hannah, this is
absolutely.
very important. Hannah just said, now where did it go? I've just lost it. Here it is. How can I train to use my tongue more in the high register? It hurts. It's really, I mean, she puts a lot of pressure on her lips in the high register, and then it's harder to use the tongue, you know? If that's really sort of really push, I
Um,
can't.
yeah, I think usually that is not a problem of the front of the tongue, but it's more back of the tongue. So the whole tongue is like very much involved. Try it. Because the tongue, what actually happens when you play high notes, so in your throat, the tongue moves up. And we've seen that on the videos we did on the,
The MRI videos, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And you see, and I didn't actually know that. I knew that you would change the position to E more when you play high.
Yeah.
So.
And then it would go, the lower you go, the further it goes down, like that.
Goes down, yeah. So actually not in the front, but in the back of it, like in your throat.
Yeah.
The problem is, if you like, then that the action gets bigger. So if you try to think about more like keeping the sound on an O or A, so not do, and you sing on that, you can also feel that your tongue doesn't, your throat is more open,
Mm-hmm.
and you don't get this feeling there. And just as an exercise, so keep this throat open. It's a bit like a singer would try to not get too tight in the sound in the high register. So yeah, keep the throat open.
Gail was just saying on Facebook that you should whistle for the embouchure. That's a sort of what we were, it's a little bit like we're talking about.
Oh yeah, absolutely, fine, great,
Thanks,
yeah,
Gail.
great idea. Thank you.
Thanks,
That
Gail.
also
That's brilliant.
because also the whistling keeps it rounder, so you can't whistle. You can, but it doesn't really sound well. So
What do you think of this? Dale Clevenger told me he and his wife Alice, they used to, his former wife, they used to sit on tour buses doing this because they said it was keeping the muscles strong.
really, okay. No. I don't know, two of us. Yes, whatever you try, you can try things out, and you then feel if it's helpful, just do it. If not, don't.
Paulo Munoz Toledo is trying out your
Oh,
opera
hello,
right
Paula.
now. Hola, Paulito. Ponga ponga.
You can be like,
Ah, yeah, you can do it like that. Ooh, that's
oh, it's
hard.
very heavy. Oh,
Ooh, that's
that's
really
very
heavy.
heavy. Oh, don't, not
You
good.
you
No.
can do it with a pencil. If one of you could post the video, the link to the video about the tongue, I think if those of you who haven't seen it, it's very interesting to see what the tongue does in the upper range, and you realize how big the tongue actually is. It's not just this bit. It's a huge muscle. It goes all the way back here. It's quite gross, actually.
I'm very taste really well.
Tongue? No. Oh,
Oh,
gross.
sorry, you're a vegetarian.
We're talking to a vegetarian here. Right. A very interesting question. Two questions I'd like to get to quickly because I mean I know you've got dinner waiting for you. I don't want to keep you, but what do you think, you guys? This is fascinating. I want to keep Stefan as long as we can. Mattia asked, "Does practicing with the mute help improve intonation?" I think so. The internal ear improves. What do you think?
I actually think I've never thought about it, but actually practicing with a mute it's always a bit different to practice with the horns. In practicing intonation, a lot of people practice with a tuner, not with a tuner player.
Tuna player. Any tuna players out
Um,
there?
no Wagner tuner players. No, if you play with a tuner, sorry. If you play and hold a note, don't look at the tuner, but play from somewhere to that note, look somewhere different, and then look to the tuner, so that you really know that you don't adjust to the tuner while you play, but you sort of yeah, that's like far too high, far too low, whatever. But actually, that mostly only gives you direction. It doesn't really replace listening while you play and listen to others while you play with them. So actually, for me, the best intonation training is to play with other people. And
I agree.
openings.
I so agree. People
And
that
I know it's difficult sometimes, and especially in these times. Yeah. But you can also, like, at the moment, you can play with a recording, and at the same time, everybody has an iPad or whatever. Most of them have like 2 devices or a computer, and you can like play something on your stereo and play with it, and then
like you've been doing,
and then listen to it and say, "Oh, I'm really out of tune."
yeah,
That's mostly me. So
yeah.
fine.
Yeah, but if you're out of tune, it's my job then to play with you and play out of tune too. That's just how it is.
Yeah, that's why we always have tune as a section. Just saying, today also there was a lot of messages reaching me, because as a former chairman of my orchestra, I'm still in very good connection to, for example, our union, and they do a massive collection of money for people that are not in as privileged situations as we are. So we still get paid money for even not appearing. But I know there's a lot of orchestras, and even like professional orchestras, but also a lot of freelance people that do suffer a lot from the situation we have. So I think what we should do is maybe to collect a couple of countries, and we have a lot of there's Germany, the States, Australia, Great Britain, France, whatever, and every like union or like organizations trying to collect a bit of money. And the people, I know everybody's suffering from the situation, but maybe some people do have, like, even if it's a euro or two, $1, whatever, wherever you are, a yen, or maybe let's say 100 yen.
Absolutely.
So like contribute, and we collect maybe a couple of things and put that on your side, or are you there?
Yeah, we're losing you a tiny bit again, but
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm just going to summarize what you said. I heard most of it, just to make sure. There's these special funds being set up for freelance musicians all over the world by all the different unions. We have one here in Germany, the Deutsche Orchestervereinigung. In the States, they have the same. In Australia, they're doing the same. If any of you know of any of these funds where you could really afford to give a few dollars, a few euros, a few yen to these freelance players who literally have had their income taken away, if you've got any of those, please put them in the chat where people can donate to, because I know our one for the Deutsche Orchestervereinigung, the DOV, everyone in my orchestras, I mean, I'm sure everyone, they're collecting money now for people, for musicians who are amazing musicians who are just really suffering right now.
Yeah, and I think Chicago Lyric Opera was collecting money for the extra players they had already hired for the ring cycle. Yeah. So, yes,
yeah, let us know.
It might not seem a lot, but even if it's like €5 or €3 or whatever it is, it's just so everybody gives a bit of it, and that would be absolutely a dream to collect a bit of money. Yeah. And if you have, of course, everybody's suffering. But
put them in the chat. We would love that. That would be fantastic. Stefan, how many minutes do you have to go? We've got a few more.
Okay. Please go for more.
So I've got some, the ones that are coming today, I'm going to grab them and ask Stefan them tomorrow, actually. So you have to tune back, because I still have some from yesterday that I really want to ask, some really great ones. There's one thing that said, I thought was interesting. Vanessa said,
Case. So I think I think it's also like on what you feel better. Like if you play more like yes, I want to be playing at the solos, or do I feel more like I'm really fine in supporting people and being like Sarah Willis, like having the best low horn register of the world and show that to everybody, but also be very supportive to the rest of the section. I think it's these decisions you don't have to make early. You can still decide whenever it's take your time. You can do both for a long, long time.
totally agree. No specializing when you're younger. You never know what your first gig is going to be. When someone calls you and says, "Can you please come play fourth horn in the ring?" You can't say, "Oh, sorry, I've never practiced my low horn." Um, always practice. Ah, lovely. That's a little bit of a frog face.
Yeah, no, it's
Okay, everyone's got their horns out. Let's give them a little exercise still. Philip McGuire has asked, what are your favorite exercise that you feel have given you both the most? Oh, there's so many. Oh my goodness. You go first. Ones we can do with you right now.
okay, low register, easy. I start on a G. And going lower, lower, lower. I'm trying to keep this controlled, not like not like that.
No, not like that. Okay, some people are losing your connection, sadly. Oh,
What's your favorite?
my favorite. I've got lots of favorite. I like the bending exercise that we talked about yesterday. I'm doing it in fast motion now. That's the fast motion. I'm a little shy about playing here right now because it's almost 10 o'clock at night and my neighbors will be. The other one I like any sort of flexibility exercises, you know?
Oh, I know that.
What?
I hear
What?
them a lot when you're there. I hear them so much. I hear them a lot when you're in the Philharmonie.
It's funny, in our horn room in the Philharmonie, you come up the stairs from the backstage entrance, then you turn left, and you can already hear there'll be someone warming up in there, and you know, all of us
Yeah,
know
exactly.
who is in
Yeah.
the room. I'm doing the flexibility exercises, Stefan's doing the power exercises, Andre's not there
Oh,
yet.
oh no, he does like 2 octave scales.
He does. I'm being silly
One
because I think he just
party
joined the
trick,
chat.
so like no pressure.
That's really cool. Can we do that?
Like high register flexibility.
That's a little hard one.
We have to talk. We have to talk about like daily exercises. Make a book or do a nice half an hour or two, and talk about
Good.
that next time.
There's so much to talk about, everybody. Really, I mean, I've got Jose Sorgob. He's just been on the chat. He's saying, "Are we going to send bills to everyone for all these tips?" No, we're not.
Never,
We
never,
love
never, never,
we love
no.
you all. We love being connected to you. This is what the Horn Hangouts is all about, and everyone is in the same boat right now, sitting at home in isolation, having to practice with a practice mute. I'm missing playing music with my colleagues so much. I'm really missing that.
Me too.
We're all in the
Absolutely.
same boat, really. So that's why we're on here doing this. And
Yeah.
yeah,
The biggest problem I'm just always cooking. So I don't know if I can get out of the house anymore after this like crisis, because I won't fit anymore. But also I've got a rowing machine. So
Oh, show us the cake. Where's the cake you got today? I'm going to show you guys
oh,
something too. Right.
I think I only have a picture. Oh no, wait, let's
Show us
see.
the cake. I'm going to show you guys something. There. Oh, homemade.
That
Wow.
wasn't me. I'm only cooking. I'm not baking. But yeah,
That's very
yeah.
impressive. I want to show you a photo. Yesterday I asked you to do a horn selfie, a horn hangout selfie with Stefan and me. We even posed for it. And you sent the most fantastic selfies, either of you or of your horn. I must say, this was my favorite one of the day. Can I show it to you now?
Of course, it's your favorite because you like birds.
I
But
do. That's
yeah, I
so sweet.
know. Oh,
If
it's
we,
very sweet.
if we pose again, could we get any more selfies coming in? And I thought maybe at the end of the week there might be some prizes for our favorite selfies. I'll have to tell you what the prizes are, but I'll give you a hint. Amongst other things, not me, the
Is
t-shirt.
your shirt that
Yeah.
you? No, just kidding.
So Stefan, how about we need to pose? And you guys getting ready for
Oh,
the selfie? Ready?
no, this exercise. Actually, I do an exercise.
Okay. Got it, guys? I don't know what that was. Is that
It's a feather.
underwear?
Feather. Keep it afloat as long as possible, and maybe
What is
without
it?
persons on the table.
What
Fantastic
is it?
exercise.
What is it?
You're gone.
What was it? Oh no. Ah,
Oh,
am
here
I
you are
back?
back again.
Oh, back
Yeah,
again.
I can't see you. I can hear you, but that's fine. Everybody
What
will
was
have it.
that pink thing you were blowing into the air?
That one,
Yeah. What is that?
a feather.
I I hate. Oh, I've just got sent one. Here we go. Ah, okay. Here, how about this? Paolo, can you see him? Paulito, it's too dark. Too dark, Paolo.
It's very dark. No,
Yeah, we
but
need we need a better
let's
one.
collect things
Yeah,
and talk about this tomorrow.
you're not going to win. Right. So, what's the plan, Stefan? We've got a lot of them, but not all of them. We've still got some good ones. What are we going to do with them?
Um, I think the thing is, like, a lot of questions were about daily exercises, about stop notes, about things like this. So let's talk about more like, building up power, building up low register, building up flexibility,
I'd
showing
like to get
show exercises and do that.
Okay, I'd like to get to the low register a little bit as well because a lot of questions are,
Absolutely.
and you're a great person for that because you're officially a high horn player, but I hear you practicing low every day about where we put the tongue. And there have been some questions tonight about low note tonguing. So maybe that's something we can talk about tomorrow as well and put some exercises
Yeah,
in.
absolutely.
I am going to look
Perfect.
at all of your messages, and we're going to get some great questions also for tomorrow. I'm waiting for your selfies. Tag us in them, tweet them, post them in the chat, whatever. I'm looking forward to seeing them. And yeah, Shelley Rakowski said Sarah's shirt will go into the Smithsonian someday. Very funny, especially if I wash it. I'm going to have to wash it like often this week.
Great. See you tomorrow.
See
Yeah,
you
let's talk
tomorrow,
tomorrow.
everybody.
Yeah.
Handsome Tim, are you still there? Handsome Tim, where are you? Ah,
Hello.
Oh, he's blending in.
I'm
show
still
us your
awake.
There
shirt.
he
I'm
is.
still here.
Okay, how about a selfie with you?
Was
A
it
Ready?
selfie.
Selfie time.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Not having any reception anymore. I
Oh,
think
okay.
they're restricting the internet. Oh, okay.
Oh,
Okay. Okay. Sorry.
Oh,
You
oh,
back?
Tim, I can hear you.
you can see me. You can hear me. I think maybe that
I
now's a
can
good
hear
time
you.
to finish up if the internet's starting to die. But we'll be back
It is.
tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't think the internet
perfect.
was built for the whole world to be online at the same time, but
Yeah, no. Yeah.
thank you for joining us,
Okay.
everybody.
See you
We'll see you
tomorrow.
tomorrow, same time, back here on the Horn Hangouts. Bye.
Thanks everyone. Bye.
Bye.